Bad news for Virgil Ortiz, fresh off legal issues with Golden Boy Promotions. Things aren't really going as they seem. I got news on Ortiz, Charlo, and Boots. And let's just say it's not looking too good for Virgil at the moment. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Subscribe. Now, I made this. Lance Pugmire reported it, right? There was an article that came out yesterday, right? And it stipulated that Jermell Charlo was in some type of talks with Virgil Ortiz. This is what I'm telling you, the fake part about boxing. You can believe me, don't believe me, I don't really care. But you got these articles that come out and they're like pure propaganda. And I'm not blaming the reporter because he's probably being told the information. I'm just saying in general. And then you have a whole long dialogue and convo about it, fans in the comment section engaging and leaving comments on something that's a fallacy, right? Like, oh man, Jermell Charlo and Virgil Ortiz, that's a good fight. And then they're picking the winner and giving fight predictions, all for boxing fans to not even get the fight, right? So it said Virgil Ortiz Jr. rejected by Jaron Ennis, which I'll get to in a second, aiming for Jermell Charlo next, right? And then the winner of Lada, Tim Tszyu. So I'm like, what is going on? But then the reporter came back and said, story update. I'm told by Jermell Charlo that talks of him fighting Virgil Ortiz is not true at all because he talked to Al Heyman and himself. Him and Al Heyman had a conversation and he's fighting Tim Tszyu and they're just working on the particulars and the location. This is why boxing is going to struggle to grow past and beyond where it's at. You got reports that are like, oh, this fight, and then the fight never happens. People were getting hyped about Anthony Joshua. Meet with me, Ahmad, right? They were talking about Anthony Joshua fighting Tyson Fury, and people start, oh, yeah, making the videos and opinions on it. And then now they're saying the fight is in jeopardy. It's potentially in peril, may not even happen because of location. And his brother, I believe, did an interview saying that Tyson Fury has a backup opponent and intends to fight in New York regardless of if it's Joshua or not. Who cares? First of all, that's two British fighters. That fight really, Eddie Hearn's right. Joshua's right. It belongs in the UK, you know? Oh, yeah, mate, 1 more week, mate. You're slacking on, mate. You know, that's where that belongs. So Netflix wants it in New York or whatever. Now it might not happen. Then grand opening, grand closing. Virgil Ortiz's name gets linked to fighting Jermell, and he shut it down instantly. So back to Virgil Ortiz and why it's looking bad. When will y'all give me my credit? That's all I need. All I need. Give me my credit for what I get right. If I get it wrong, y'all certainly come up in the comment section and tell me about myself. But your boy Ego been on fire. I told you at the beginning of the year when Virgil started beefing with Oscar and Golden Boy going against them, and it was Rick Meridian and Virgil Ortiz trying to go off and fight Boots without the participation and approval of Oscar. I told you that was not going to end well. The content is up. The videos are up. I don't have to lie about nothing. And you could do the research for yourself. I told you getting in that legal melee or whatever with your own promoter when I believe Oscar had the stronger case, I was right. Because months passed, Virgil kind of subsided. You didn't hear too much. Then they got into some type of mediation, legal process, right? Litigation. And come to find out, they had to work it out with Golden Boy anyway, right? So you did all this running laps to end up where you started, right? So that's just, to me, for a young fighter like Virgil Ortiz, that's a ton of time wasted. You just wasted your career, prime years, arguing with an unwinnable battle because your promoter actually had you under contract. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what hurts boxing. Young fighters not fighting, inactivity. Then now you done messed up. You got reports coming out from Ring Magazine talk about he's targeting Jermell Charlo. And my boy Charlo, yeah, keep running your mouth. Lies only, yeah. Right? He came and shut that down ASAP. Now let's get to Boots. We know it's not Charlo. Boots, Eddie Hearn, they have made the right choice. They fought Xander Zayas and became unified. It was a great fight. Probably my favorite fight this year so far. Great performance, great fight. The skills were shown, a little bit of resistance, and a bit of a challenge. I think Boots did get hurt in round 3, but he fought fire with fire, got it done, had a sensational climactic ending, and knocked out Xander Zayas, who was previously undefeated. And Xander looked big in the fight. So all praise to Eddie Hearn and Boots for the performance, and Eddie Hearn for putting him in the position. Now, today's price ain't yesterday's price. Before, Golden Boy was pitching it like Ortiz was the A side, but neither one of you were a champion, so that was still debatable. But now that he done unified and he's a champion with belts at 54, Boots done took over. Now he driving the car. Eddie Hearn driving the car. This is what I told you. Virgil Ortiz's team was talking spicy. Rick Meridian was like, yeah, go fight Xander Zayas. This was when they were dealing with the legal stuff with Golden Boy. He was like, go fight Xander Zayas and keep our belts warm. Now you have no leverage. Now Boots, his name is being linked to fight Josh Kelly, which is going to further submit. Like, good move after good moves are good move, man. Like, I ain't never, ever had to not give people credit where credit's due. Josh Kelly just beat a beast in Murtazaev who destroyed Tim Tszyu, right? So if Eddie Hearn gets that done and makes a Boots, that's a unification. Virgil Ortiz is going to be cooked. Josh Kelly, again, great performance. Not his last fight, but the fight before that against Bakram Murtazaev to become the IBF champion. So Boots, I believe, would beat Josh Kelly if they do fight. So he's going to get another belt. And then Josh Kelly fought this dude, right? And retained the belt, even though he was bloodied up in that fight. So another good fight for Boots, and to get him closer to undisputed. And to be honest, at 54, he closer to undisputed if he beat Josh Kelly than he was at 47. Virgil Ortiz is screwed. Again, you see right here, Boots in advanced talks for unification with Josh Kelly November, December. So, like I said, Virgil Ortiz, he in a bad spot. All that beefing with your own promoter and stuff did not serve you well. In addition, Eddie Hearn, he did an interview saying that previously Boots had agreed to Golden Boy and all their unusual demands to make the fight. So all this notion about Boots ducking, he says, is not true. One of the requests was weird. It said that Team Golden Boy and Virgil Ortiz wanted Boots to cut his beard, which we've heard that complaint before. But the other one, Eddie Hearn says they wanted him to wear less colorful gloves. Come on, bro. Like, what is up with this generation? Now you can't wear the outfit color choice you want. Like, because Boots sometimes he wears like neon and like bright colors. Now we policing that. Man, I try to tell y'all, this was not going to end good for Virgil Ortiz, because you've been on the sideline dealing with legal problems only to be at square one. The Boots show is running along, and now they have ultimate leverage. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.